This one actually has a couple of actual recipes where I walk you through step by step. I'm still figuring everything out, so be patient. There are 2 different rice recipes because we like rice at our house. Some of us are pretty picky about how we eat it and how we like it. So this is a couple of different ones. Maybe you'll like one of them. If you give them a try, let me know in the comments. On this night, we did beefy onion and rice casserole. Here's our ingredients. Pretty simple: ground beef and rice. I think the original recipe called for mozzarella, but I chose Swiss and it was perfection. Just cooking up that ground beef. Some salt, pepper, and onion powder in this one. Do you know this trick? To rub the salt and pepper together to make the pepper come out? I love that trick. Just some onion powder. The recipe also didn't call for this, but I like to toast my rice, especially if I'm going to bake it, because I think it gives it a richer, deeper flavor and doesn't get quite as mushy. So while that was toasting up, I did grate the cheese myself. I did try one of those rotary graters, but we just didn't get along at all. So a box grater it is. Once all that was toasted up, I sprayed down my pan, dumped that into the pan. My son makes me put the towel under it because he says my glass pan looks like I'm dumping it onto the counter. So that's the onion soup mix packet, beefy onion soup mix. I struggled real hard to mix this sour cream in, but I did eventually get it. Soaked it all in beef broth. I made that with bouillon and water. You can do whichever you prefer, but I just find that one to be the most cost effective. Mixed all that in together till everything was nice and submerged, and finally got that sour cream all broke up. The Swiss cheese we were talking about earlier, just put that nice layer of that on there. And like I said, it melted down perfectly in this, and I think that it was exactly the right choice. We're going to cover that in foil so that we steam that rice as it bakes in the oven. I don't know if you can tell the difference in camera angle, but this is my son helping me film, and he's probably 5'8", 5'9", and I'm 5 feet tall. So the angle is definitely a lot taller. So in a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, take it out and put French's fried onions over the top of it. And back into the oven for 5 more minutes. We're going to start with adding some bacon grease, from the jar you keep in the fridge. We're going to melt that down till it coats your pan nice. This is 3 carrots, a small onion, 3 stalks of celery. And throw that in the bacon grease and let it brown up a little. Soften those veggies some. Somebody I watch says brown is flavor. So that's what we're going to do to these vegetables. Give them a little flavor. Here's a couple teaspoons. Well, it's probably a tablespoon of garlic. Stir that around just until you can smell it good. You don't want to leave it too long because you'll burn it. These are the 2 packets from the wild rice box mix you see in the back of the screen there. Just stir that around, let it get some flavor, bloom those spices. Then we're going to toss that rice in there and stir it around. Again, brown is flavor, so we're going to let it sit a few minutes in there. We're going to add 7 cups of water here. Stir it around real good. Get up any bits off the bottom. This is the chicken we're going to use today. It's just a rotisserie chicken that I pulled off yesterday and cut up. I'm going to put that in there. Stir it all around. While that sits for about 25 minutes, we're going to make a cornstarch slurry. You can use whatever you like to thicken it up. This was just quick. Cold milk, because cornstarch works best in cold liquids. Then we're going to add that to the hot pan of soup. Stir that around real good. We're going to let it just sit until it's as thick as we like. Look at that. Nice and hearty.